Hey, my name is Tony. I'm a video editor. I have been now for over 13 years, and I currently work with Thomas Frank on both his main channel as well as the Thomas Frank Explains channel. Given everything that I've learned in the past 13 years and a lot more learning that I have to do, I wanted to create a series of videos to help people who are hiring video editors know exactly what they're getting and who to look for, but those who are up and coming, what they probably should know before they get into the video editing space, or what to know just diving head in. So with this video, I wanted to start with the first question of what even is a video editor? In a traditional sense, a video editor would compile and grab all the footage that was recorded for the shoot or the film that they were working on. They would splice it up in the order in which it was recorded, and then you had your film. And obviously there's a lot of nuances that go along with that, but generally that was the main thing. And then now on the side of that, you also have an assistant video editor. So what an assistant would do, if you had one, was they would actually take care of like all the little nitty-gritty stuff that the main editor does not have to deal with. So that would be dragging in the A-roll, finding the right take for that shot, grabbing in the B-roll, organizing them in bins, getting the sound effects ready, essentially making it so that the video editor could sit down in the chair and get right to work. And normally people that are starting off in whatever industry they're trying to get into will start off as an assistant video editor, because not only are they gonna learn the organizational process when it comes to production, but they're gonna learn alongside the main video editor. That's like free learning. Now in the current day, video editors use what is called NLE software to do this, also known as non-linear editing. And some examples of non-linear editing is gonna be software such as Premiere Pro, Avid, Final Cut Pro, and DaVinci Resolve. And usually with each set of video editing software you use, you can do a lot of cool things. For example, I use Premiere, and in Premiere you can do stuff such as panning a camera, cropping, you can do masking, you can do text on screen, you can do a couple of graphics. And it's not that you're not able to do a lot of complex things in Premiere, but there is certain software that can make the editing experience much better. And while I'm just saying this in a broad sense, that technically what a video editor doesn't do, that a lot of editors I feel should learn, because I'm realizing this is just a higher in demand skill, is learning motion graphics. So what is a motion designer, a motion graphics designer, right? The way that comes down to that job is it's someone that deals with animation and graphics on screen to help portray whatever it is you're saying or the message that you want to share. Now, while it may sound that a video editor and a motion graphics designer are essentially the same thing, they're actually different, because one specializes in the motion graphics world while the other person focuses on basically this, the film, the production, the editing. For example, something as simple as this I made in After Effects. And After Effects is one of the most popular motion graphics software that you can use alongside Adobe Illustrator as well as Adobe Photoshop. And the fact that nowadays when it comes to the YouTube sphere, a lot of people combine the job of a video editor as well as a motion graphics designer into one, I do think a lot of people that are up and coming in the video editing space should start off with not only picking up video editing and understanding like creating the story, the flow of a film or a video, but also learn this to create more opportunities for yourself. So one thing I do want to state though is when I first started video editing, I did dabble a little bit into After Effects, but I just didn't understand in reality what I was doing. I thought I was trying to create like these amazing explosions and stuff, when in reality I didn't realize that I can do motion graphics on there. And over time I did eventually learn this skill, but I do want to say for those that are hiring video editors to understand that just because someone doesn't know it right then and there at that second, I don't think you should overlook them, because sometimes you'll be surprised by how many people are willing to learn new skills if the opportunity presents themselves. When I first started working with Tom, I wasn't even qualified. I did not have all the skills he was looking for. But because I had some editing experience already, I did work for an established channel called Planet Dolan at the time, I did appeal to him more, but he did hire me for one exact reason, and this reason I want him to share with you guys right now.
The last one I asked was anything else you'd note about yourself, and I was very interested to see people's answers here. Okay. I didn't necessarily disqualify people if they didn't put something here, but I really wanted to see something here. Yeah. And what you put was actually my favorite answer out of all of them. It's what rose you to the top. You said, I'm very dedicated to video editing and improving my craft. Yep. And to paraphrase here, you said, I hope I will be given the chance to not only showcase my abilities and creativity, but also be given the chance to learn more software so I can be the best editor I can be. No one has to ask me to learn something. If I see it's needed, then I will learn it. was looking for that specifically. Again, I want solution finders, and I want people who are interested in improving and honing their craft so we can all come together and make something that's better than the last time.
And that right there is, I think, one of the biggest lessons I've learned when I first met Tom and why he hired me, which is he was willing to not only teach somebody, but also to have the patience to let them learn and learn quickly, because I had to learn basically a month to do a lot of things. But I had enough drive, and he saw that in me, that I was able to learn quickly, and now we've been working together for over 4 years. And to start wrapping things up and kind of solidifying what I wanted this first video to be, it comes down to this. A video editor is somebody that will compile your footage, help you with the story, put the clips together. If you give them notes, they'll have to take care of the notes. But one thing I want you to understand too, that motion graphics, it's its own separate thing. And now I'm not saying again that a video editor cannot learn this, because I myself have. I just want you to know that maybe if you don't need an editor, you need a motion graphics designer, or if you want somebody that can do both, that can be something that can be stated before you even hire or think of a candidate. If you are a video editor and you still don't know how to do motion graphics, I highly recommend that you do. I want you guys to have the best opportunities for yourselves moving forward, and I understand that even financial reasons are gonna be reasons why we can't even get software like After Effects, but I just wanna state that I have gotten more opportunities in my life because of that one skill set that I have, more than anything else. And when Tom and I first started working together, he and I needed to develop a system, a way to help make our video production process a lot smoother, because we had to do a lot of recording, sometimes voiceovers. We had to know what the B-roll that we want to get is and where to even record it. So with that, I want to share with you guys what we genuinely use, and it's something called Creator's Companion. Creator's Companion is what Tom literally made out of his own mind in Notion that helps run the businesses. The cool thing about it is we can not only have a history of the videos that we worked on, but you can also see, for example, the sponsor that we worked on. We also get to have a little side where we have our description ready to be copy and pasted and tweaked whenever we need it. But my favorite thing as an editor that I think other editors can utilize this for is we have a section where we write all the B-roll that we need to capture. And the cool thing is that we can tag them, organize them based on where on location do we need to record these. You can even put timestamps if you want. This has made our entire production process a lot smoother. It's been running the business for over like 3 years now, I believe. Maybe it's even longer. And I think anyone who is a creator or anyone that is a video editor can utilize this to its max potential to keep yourself organized throughout the entire production process. If anything I said interests you guys, go down to the description, hit the link, and read more about it. I really would love it if you guys were to give this a shot, just because again, it runs our entire production, and I think that's the best testament to this software that I can give. Thank you guys for watching this video. I would like it if you guys can leave me 2 questions down below. Any questions that you have that I can touch on a future video, because even though I already have some videos planned out, I still want to answer as many questions that you guys have, especially ones that can be made into an entire video. Follow me on Twitter at Tony Studios if you guys are interested. I do my best to be on there as often as I can be. But until the next video, thank you so much for watching. I hope any of what I said has helped you guys in some way, and I see you guys in the next video.